Hello, everyone. Good morning and good afternoon to all our new GCC customers. We welcome you to the demo that we are going to give today regarding the ICC Direct, how to use your trading and demat account. And just to give you a brief introduction, we'll be taking you through very basics from how to reset your password to how to log into the account, where you'll find the place orders section, where you'll find your TDS statements, research, recommendations, all of those things we'll be taking you through. So this webinar will be useful to, I think, all the new customers as well as anybody who has also been an expert using our website so far. And also, I'd like to mention that at the end of this webinar, we'll be also conducting a Q&A session with Mr. Ram Kumar, who is an expert and is the NRI product manager at ICICI Direct. So any questions that you have during the webinar, you can drop them down in the YouTube comments section. And I'll take you through the site now to begin. Okay. I'll be sharing my screen. I hope that is visible. I'll just check. Okay, great. So the screen is visible. And talking about ICICI 3-in-1 account, for NRIs, this is going to be how to begin with. Firstly, obviously, to log into the account, we'll need the user ID and the password. So how to reset the user ID and password is what we're going to start with. You will receive your user ID and password, user ID through mail, and password you will have to reset when you log into the ICICI Direct account. So I'll tell you how you can log into that. Firstly, you will have to go to icicidirect.com. You will land on this page. And when you land on this page, on the right hand side top, you will have the option to log in. So just click on login. And here, since we do not have the user ID and password yet, on the left hand side bottom, you will have the trouble logging in option. So just click on trouble logging in. There are three different ways to reset your password. So since you have the user ID, normally the user ID is your email ID. For NRIs, the user ID is usually the email ID, but I would still recommend you to check your emails for your user ID. Once you have your user ID, you can just come to this page by clicking on trouble logging in. You'll find these details. You just fill in your user ID, date of birth, PAN number, put in the CAPTCHA code, and click on generate OTP. Once you click on generate OTP, you will receive an email, the OTP on your email. You can verify the number, and once you verify your OTP, you'll be able to reset the password. This is the first option, very easy. Mostly we do it like this. Second option that we have is through bank account. So just in case you do not want to go through the first method, or just in case you're not receiving the OTP on your email, this is another option how you can reset your password. So you can put in your linked ICICI bank account number, the 12-digit number you can put in here. Then we have two options. One is internet banking. You can click on internet banking and then proceed. It will take you to the internet banking page. So you can put in your internet banking details and password. Once it is verified, it will take you through the reset password page. Eventually, all the pages are going to take you to the reset password page. And the second option that we have is the linked debit card option. So when you receive the debit card, you can, on the backside of the debit card, you'll see there is a grid. There'll be letters A, B, C, D, and under each letter, there'll be two numbers. So for example, you have under A, 6 and 2, under B, you have 7 and 5, so on and so forth. So when you click on link debit card, when you click on proceed, it will take you to a page wherein it will ask you to fill in the blanks. So it will give you three letters, for example, I, J, and F. So if there is I, J, and F, the two numbers that are under I, J, and F, you're supposed to fill in the blank. And once it is verified that your debit card is correct, the debit card grid and these number matches, then it will take you to the reset password page. So through bank account can be used when you are not able to receive an OTP on email. Okay. Then the third one that we have is through online grid. This is a lengthy option, but just in case the first two do not work, then we have this option wherein you will have to put in your user ID, date of birth, email ID, PAN number, and your registered mobile number. You will have to generate grid. You will receive your grid on email. When to open the file, the grid file, to open the grid file on your email, they will ask you for a password. The password will be the first four letters of your name. For example, my name is Dhanashri, so DHAN, and the first four numbers of my date of birth. So date and the month. Okay, so DDMM, the first four letters of your name, and DDMM is what is the password to open the grid file. Once you click the once you open the file again, like we had the grid in our debit card, similar way we have a grid in this email as well. So you'll have to confirm, fill in the blanks, confirm the grid details, and again proceed. When you proceed there, once again you'll receive an option that is generate URL. So this is the grid that I was talking about. You will receive a grid on your email. You will have to fill in A1, C2, or C2, then again this A3 and A4. And once you fill in these, it'll ask you to click on generate URL. The email, again, the URL number will be sent on your email. Same to open the file, the password will be the first four letters of your name and the first four digits of your DDM, date of birth. Okay. Once you verify that, then you will come to the third step, wherein you will have to put in again all of these details, put in your URL number that you received on email, then new password, confirm password, and that is how you create the password. So this is a lengthy way, but again, if the first two ways do not work, then this is how you can create your password. Then the last option that you have is password at your doorstep. So when you click on password at your doorstep, it will ask you for your user ID, date of birth, PAN number. When you click on proceed, it will show you the address, that is the registered address that we have. And if you think that this is the correct address and you can receive your password at this address, then you can just click there and proceed. Okay, so these are four major ways how you can log into your account, how you can reset your password. Now I'll take you through how to log into your account. Okay, I think reset password is clear there, it's very basic. Now how to log into ICICI Direct. So there are three ways. One is first one, that is your user ID and password. You put in your user ID, your password, or the pin, whatever you set, and then after that, when you click on login, you will receive an OTP on your email. You just have to fill in the OTP, and it's a two-factor authentication. You will be able to log into your account. Second way that we have is a Google Authenticator. So just in case, as an NRI, you do not have access to your emails, or you do not have internet in your mobile phone, even in that case, mobile phone or any device that you're logging in from, you can just download the ICC. You can just download the Google Authenticator on your mobile app, and instead of this OTP, after putting your user ID and your password, it will take you through this page, take you to this page, wherein you will have to put your Google Authenticator OTP. How to set up? There's a one-time setup for you to enable the Google Authenticator method. So once you log into the site, on the right-hand side top, you have the settings icon. In settings, you can go to enable Google Authenticator. It will take you through a three-step process. Just in case you have any doubt, any confusion in this three-step process, you also have a demo video option over here. You can just click on the link and it will take you through the YouTube video wherein we have made this step by step and easy for you to understand. You will have to download the Google Authenticator, then click on the plus button that you will have in your app. Once you click on the app, a scanner will open. You can just scan this QR code, put in the 6-digit verification code that comes on your Authenticator app, and the setup is done. So this is a one-time setup, but once it is done, every time you log in with this method, wherein you just put your user ID and your password, instead of email ID OTP, it will take you through to this page, wherein you can just put in your 6-digit authenticator number that is available on your app, and you'll be able to log in. This was two. Then the third one is this method, wherein on the login page itself, on the left hand side, you will have an option to click here to generate QR code. When you click to generate the QR code, you can open your ICICI Direct mobile app. In the mobile app, on the right hand side bottom, you have the menu option. When you click on menu, at the top, you have scan for web login. So again, a scanner opens. You can scan this QR code and you will be able to log in. So three ways. First is the OTP that you will receive on your email. Second is your Google Authenticator verification code. And third is the scan for web login via your mobile app. So these are very basic three ways to log into the account. You can use whichever is convenient for you. Okay. Now, once you log in, this is the home page. This is how the main screen looks like. Now, when you log into the account, we need to understand, since you all are NRIs, you must be knowing that you have different types of accounts, and NRE and NRO are your bank accounts. So again, we have some further division in this. I'll take you through that so that you understand well what are the types of accounts that you have and what account has to be used for what type of transactions. So to begin with the types of accounts. Okay. So as an NRI, I think you must be very much aware about the NRE and NRO account concepts. So your bank accounts are NRE and NRO. NRE is the account which is used to transfer your foreign earnings into India in Indian rupees. So whatever you earn in your foreign company, you send it to, you convert it into Indian earnings is your NRE account. NRO account is your ordinary account wherein you can use your pension, rental income, dividend income that you get from India, and you can use this amount to invest in ICICI Direct and into various. You can use this amount to do various investments. So NRE is your external income. Your source of funds is external foreign income. NRO is your Indian income. Okay. Further, we have two types of accounts in NRE and NRO. So bank accounts are NRE and NRO. Trading accounts again has two bifurcation, that is pins and non-pins. So pins account is used only for your secondary market trade. So any buying and selling of shares in the Indian stock exchanges is done through NRE pins or NRO pins account. To make it better, there are four types of account. You might not have opened all sorts of account, but as an NRI, we offer four types of accounts: NRE pins, NRO pins, NRE non-pins, and NRO non-pins. NRE and NRO, I think the difference is very clear. Pins and non-pins, I'll just brief you with the difference. Again, pins account is used only to buy and sell shares in the Indian stock market. So secondary market trading is only done through pins account. Rest of the trading, that is your ETFs, mutual funds, that is done through non-pins account. So what all can you do through your non-pins account? Selling of your shares that you bought in an IPO, or the shares that you bought as a resident Indian. If you want to invest into new mutual funds, or you want to trade into ETF, or even futures and options for that matter, you can do it through your non-pins account. So all the transactions apart from buying and selling of shares, equity shares, will be done through your non-pins account. So NRE non-pins, NRO non-pins, NRE pins, and NRO non-pins. To make it better, we have another table so that we can also identify the account in a better way. And as and when you start trading, these accounts will this will be more clear to you, because you'll get a hang of it, how which account is used for what trading. And even if you're trading from the wrong account, it will give you a notification saying that you have to switch the account, and it'll be easy for you. So again, to understand this, NRE pins account is for investments in secondary market. Pins account, since it's a pins account, only secondary market investment can be done with the foreign source of funds. NRE account for investments in secondary market with foreign source of funds. Then what are the stock products that you can trade in? This is the stocks listed on NSE and BSE, and also offer for sale. NRE non-pins account is for investments in primary market, mutual funds, ETF, ESOPs, with the foreign source of funds that you have. Mutual funds, ETFs, and your company, if your company is giving you any ESOPs, can be traded in your NRE non-pins account. Since you are using your external funds, it is NRE non-pins. Then we have NRO pins account, your Indian source of funds. Pins, since it's a pins account, your secondary market transactions with Indian source of funds can be done through your NRO pins account. Okay. Again, similar way like NRE pins, you can trade in the stocks that are listed on NSE, BSE, and offer for sale. So NRE and NRO, the only difference between pins account is that the source of funds that we have. Okay. The last one is NRO non-pins. So for investments in the primary market with Indian source of funds, this NRO non-pins account is also the account that is usually transferred. So if you were an NRI, if you were an RI and you have recently changed your account transferred your account from RI to NRI, your RI account is transferred to NRO non-pins account. Okay. So for investments in primary market with Indian source of funds, we can use the NRO non-pins account. NRO non-pins account has more products available than any other account. So apart from mutual funds, ETFs, and ESOPs that you were able to do in NRE non-pins as well, you can also sell your shares that you bought as a RI, as a resident Indian. You can sell those shares through NRO non-pins account. Also, if you want to trade in futures and options, this is the account that you want to use. How to identify these accounts? This is how you can identify these accounts. Both the pins accounts start from 650 and 750. NRE accounts, both NRE accounts start from 65. NRE pins and NRE non-pins both start from 65. NRO pins and NRO non-pins both start from 75. Again, the difference between these is the NRE pins account, both the pins accounts start from 650 and 750, and non-pins, both the non-pins accounts start from 651 and 751. Once you start using the account, you will be able to understand this better. Also, why 751 and 850 is written over here? Because like I said, your old account, if you were an RI account holder, the account that you transferred here is now has now become your NRO non-pens account. So yeah, 850 is the account number that we provide to RIs, but since you have transferred it from RI to NRI, your account number for NRO non-pens remains the same. So even the shares that you bring from RI account to your NRI account will be shown in NRO non-pens account. Okay, I think this is clear. Once we start using the account, you will understand this better. Now, products enabled for NRI online. So what all of these products are the products that a GCC customer can trade into. US and Canada cannot trade in MF and IPO, but equity, derivatives, ETFs, mutual funds, and IPO, all of these products as a GCC customer, you will be allowed to trade into. Okay. Only two products are there that NRIs are not allowed to trade into, that is commodity and currency. Now I made you understand which account, how the accounts are, what account is used for what. Now, when you log into the site, how do you select your preferred account as per the transaction that you're planning to do? So to begin with, this is your home screen. On the right hand side top, you will have the initials of your name and the account, whichever is selected. The 650, for example, you have selected an NRE pins account, the default account. Then you will be able to see 650, whatever the number that you have, the trading account number of your NRE pins account. Once you click on that, it will give you an option to select account like this at the bottom. When you click on select account, a pop-up like this will appear. I hope it is visible. I hope it is not too fast. This is select account. And then this is the pop-up that appears. Now in this, you can select as per your requirement. For example, I want to buy shares from my external income. I want to invest in the Indian stock market. So I'll select my NRE account, which is the source of fund is foreign, and I want to buy stocks. So NRE account is the account that I have to select. For example, I want to use my rental income that I'm receiving from India to buy some mutual funds. Then I will be selecting my NPNRO, non-pins NRO account. Okay, just in case you forget what means what, at the bottom you have this table made wherein it gives you a brief of, if you select whichever account you select, what transactions you can do. So you can also go through this and then select. Now, usually what happens is, even if you have 4 different types of account, usually NRIs use only one sort of account often. For example, if you want to use only your external income to trade into Indian market, then you will mostly be using NRE account only. So for that, to avoid selecting the account every time, on the left hand side you have this option wherein you can select your favorite account, whichever you use often. And so every time you log into the account, that particular account will be selected by default to avoid selecting account process. Okay. So when you click on select favorite e-invest DP, you will get a pop-up like this. You can select whichever is your favorite account, whichever you trade in the most, and then you can just click on submit. This is about how to select your account. Now you'll ask me which account is linked to which bank account. Again, that is a big question that we have. So for that, you can check your personal details. On the right hand side top, on the right hand side top, we have the settings icon. In settings, the second option is personal details. When you click on personal details, you will have all of these options available. You can see your trading account number, then you have your primary holder name, date of birth, your status, FATCA status, everything will be given in your personal details. And here you will have your trading account number, demat account number, bank account number. So, like I said, it's a 650. If it starts with 650, it is a NRE PINS account. So, whichever bank account is linked to NRE PINS account will be shown over here. Then this is 7510. It is a NRO non-PINS account. So the whichever bank account is linked to this. So to understand, so now I want to, like I said, I want to invest into mutual funds from my NRO account. Then I need to check, right, if the account has funds or not. So you can just check this account number and you can check on your phone or whatever access you have if this account has funds or not. If not, there is another option. I'll take you through that. So this is where you can see your trading account and bank account, which is linked to what. The second option that I was saying is the allocate funds option. To trade, you will also, like I said, that you'll have to check if the account has funds or not. So you can either check it from your personal details or directly open your app, or you can also go to allocate funds. So to go to allocate funds, you have to go to funds option over here, then go to allocate funds. It will take you to this page. Now here on the left hand side top, you will be able to see your bank account and the total balance that we have. So now on the top, on the right hand side top, that where we select the account, you have selected your NPNRO account, for example. Then you come to allocate funds, it will show you bank account number and the total balance available. Now I want to buy mutual funds of 4,000 rupees. Then I can use this amount. Just in case I do not have, I want to buy mutual funds of rupees 10,000. Then I know that I have to add funds in my account. Then from my ICICI bank, I can transfer the funds to this particular account and then use the amount to trade in mutual funds. Okay, that is about allocate funds. Now, how to place order. Now, how to place order. So now I'll just tell you where the place order option is allocated. Once you have allocated your funds, once you have selected your preferred account, you have to come to the, now you let's say you want to trade from your external income and you want to buy some shares. So you select your NRE account. You come here on the left hand side top, you have the stocks option. Then at the bottom, right below stocks, you have watch list, portfolio, and place order. You can click on place order and it will take you to this page, delivery page. You will have to select exchange, action, stock, quantity, price. I'll just show you how you can. So you select the radio button, whichever exchange you want to select, NSE or PSC. Then action, buy or sell, and then stock, whichever company that you want to buy. Stock codes are usually a 6-digit code, a 6-alphabet code. So you can just put in the name of the company that you want to buy the stocks for, and it will give you the code at the bottom automatically. So here we have selected ICICI Prudential Nifty 50 ETF, and ETFs cannot be traded through PINS account. But for an example, I've just put this code. For ETFs, you'll have to select the non-PINS account. So stock code you have put, then you put the quantity. Then you can either select the market price or you can, so market price, you'll be immediately able to see what is the current market price going on for this particular stock. So ICI NIF is currently, for example, trading for 275.35. So I can see if I'm okay with the market price, then I'll select market. If not, then I can select limit price and I can put in the amount. Let's say I want to buy it at 273. So I'll put in 273. Today until 3:30, if the stock price touches 273, then the order will get executed. Okay, this is an example if you want to select limit option instead of market. So here I've selected 270. I've selected the limit price option and I've added 270. So until 3:30, whenever the price reaches 270, if it reaches, then the order will get executed. If not, the order will get cancelled, rejected, or expired. Okay, next we have the GTT option. So when we are buying stocks, GTT is good till trigger. So when we are buying stocks, you can see that there is a GTT option right here, good till trigger sell. So we can place 2 orders at a time. For example, you have ordered one, that is first buy order, and then you also want to place a sell order. you want to place a stop loss and a target trigger price. You can also place that. Once this order is executed, after that only this order will get active. How does this order work? Stop loss, trigger price. For example, I bought the shares for 270 rupees, and my stop loss, my limit to stop loss is 256 rupees. That is 5% lesser than what I bought it at. Then I will put in the amount 256, and also a target price that if it goes 5% up, if it goes from 270 to 283, then I would like to sell it. So both the orders are placed, whichever order is it reaches first. For example, if the order reaches to 283 in the next 365 days also. So GTT orders are valid for 365 days. Limit order, on the other hand, the first order, this order is only valid for 1 day. But GTT orders are valid for 365 days. So when you place your stop loss trigger price or your target trigger price, understand that in the coming 365 days, whichever price it reaches first, the order will get executed. If 256 is reached first, then the order will be sold at a loss, and order will be executed at a loss. And if the if the price reaches at 283 first, then your order will be executed at a profit order, as a profit order. Okay, understand this is only a 1 day order, and this will be valid for 365 days. Now, what are the GTT options that we have? This is the, so first was the delivery page that we understood. Now, second is your GTT page. On GTT page, again, you have all of these options available. I'll just make you understand with an order value. So you select exchange, you select buy, you select a single order. So OCO can be used when you sell your shares. I'll explain that as well. You ordered, so this is the first order. This is not so you can, the first order delivery order is separate, and this is separate. So for example, today the share of ICICI Prudential Nifty 50 ETF is 275 rupees. I think that in the coming 15 days, market is bound to go down a little, and I want to buy this ETF at 270 rupees instead of 275 rupees. So I'll just put in NSE, BSE, single, ICI, NIF stock code, quantity, whatever quantity I want to buy, and the target trigger price. So for example, like I said, 270 earlier. If I think 270 is the price that will reach in next 15 days, I'll put in 270 over here and create GTT. So now I have 365 days time. In the coming 365 days, whenever the price reaches 270, then only the order will get triggered. If in the 365 days the order doesn't reach my desired price, the order will get cancelled. Okay. For this also, we have a video demo over here. You can just click on this and you'll be able to understand this better in deep. Okay. Then this is a sell order. Again, if we have already bought these shares and you want to place a sell order. And so why GTT is important as an NRI is because because your timings are not always matching with the Indian market timings, right? So it becomes difficult to keep a track. In that case, a GTT order is always going to help you, because if you want a desired price, you can just place the order at any time of the day and you can forget about it. You don't have to keep a track of market every day from India time 9:30 to 3:30. So this is a very good tool for an NRI to use. So exchange, you can select sell order, you can select single order, and you have placed the price. So today, let's say ICICI ETF is 275 and I want to sell it at 289. In the coming 365 days, whenever the price touches 289, then only the order will get triggered. Okay, I think this is very clear. Another sell order option that we have, one cancels other. One cancels other is the OCO option that we have. You already have ICI and IF shares, and then you want to sell it, but you want to also place a stop loss and a target trigger price. So in that case, you will select NSE action as sell, and then trigger type you will select OCO. One cancels other instead of single. You put in the stock code, put in the quantity, then put the target stop loss trigger price 261 in this case, and target trigger price 289. That is a profit order. So like I told you in the first delivery order, whichever reaches first in the coming 365 days will be triggered first. Whichever of these orders reaches first, if 289 is the price that it reaches first in the 365 days, then your profit order will be booked. If it goes down, goes to 261, then your loss order will be booked. Okay. Now we have another option, that is stock SIP. Delivery is done. Delivery is your normal buying and selling of stocks. GTT is a 365 days order, to make it a brief. And then we have the stock SIP option. Stock SIP is, you can also place SIP, systematic investment plan, into stocks. So every month, if you want to buy ICICI Prudential Nifty 50 ETF, instead of buying a Nifty, which is priced very high, you can buy small ETFs, and you can make an SIP out of it, so that every time you invest, you get the advantage of averaging the price out, like we do it in mutual funds. So you select your exchange, you select your stock, you select quantity or amount. You can select either. If you want to buy certain quantity every month, then you can put in quantity, irrespective of the price going up or down. That particular number of quantity will be bought every month. And if you select amount, so you, for example, you select amount of 10,000 rupees. So 10,000, under to 10,000 rupees, how many ever shares get bought, only that many will be triggered. So for example, if it's 1,000 rupees share, so 10 shares will be bought. But in case the price goes to 1,010, then only 9 shares will be bought. But then your amount will not exceed 10,000 rupees. Okay. Then whichever type you have selected, accordingly you'll have to put amount or quantity. And then frequency you can select monthly, fortnightly, weekly. When you click on frequency, you'll get 3 options. You can choose as per your investment type, and you can place the order. Then total period, you can either keep it till cancellation. Until you cancel, the order will go on and on. Every month it will get bought. Or if you want to select certain number of months, if you want to select 12 months, 24 months, 60 months, 5 years, that is, you can just select that particular month, and the order will get triggered until that particular time. Start date, you can select whichever is the upcoming start date that you have, and that's it. You can proceed for confirmation. Exchange, stock, this, either of this you can select according to your investment preference. Frequency also you can select as per your preference, total period, and start date. Then you can click on proceed for confirmation. Once again, proceed for confirmation, and your order will be triggered. Where can you see all of your orders? So place order, you can see right here on the left hand side top, you have stocks. Right under stocks, you have place order. Order book, you'll be able to see over here. Whatever order you place in the secondary equity market, you'll be able to see it over here. So for example, this order was placed on 31st July, and it was a buy order. It was a limit order. So it did not get executed, and the order was cancelled for whatever reason. The customer cancel, if it is a cancelled order, then the customer has cancelled it manually. If it is expired, that means before 3:30, the price couldn't reach 21, and that is why your order got expired. Okay, you can select the period. You have a limit of 90 days. You can select in the past 90 days whatever orders you have placed. You can see it over here. You click on view, and that is done. So your general orders are seen here, and your GTT orders are seen here. So any active GTT order that you have, if you have placed, like I told you before, if I have placed ICINIF order to 289, I want to sell it at, and the order is triggered. So just in case I forget or I want to check on it again, I can go to GTT, and I'll be able to see my GTT order book. I can also cancel the order or modify the order if I want to do so. Then we have trade book right next to order book, whatever trades are done and executed. Now this is order book, order cancelled, order expired, order executed, all of those will be seen here. In trade book, you'll be only able to see the orders that are actually executed. Okay, so you'll be able to see the trade date. It was a buy or sell transaction, how many quantity were bought or sold, trade price at what the shares were bought or sold. LTP is the last traded price. So if you're, for example, ITC is the share that was sold on 8th of July, and the price then was 444, and the last traded price now is 504. Last traded price is LTP. And brokerage that was charged, you'll be able to see in your trade book. In order book, you'll not be able to see your brokerage. In trade book, you'll be able to see your brokerage as well. Okay, so this was about place order, order book, and trade book. Now, Where can you see your holdings once you have bought your shares, or once you have transferred your shares, once you have received your ESOPs? In all of those cases, where will you be able to see your demat holdings? This is where you get to see your all your demat holdings. You go to stocks on the left hand side top, then you go to demat holdings. This is the page that will appear, wherein all your existing holdings will be seen. LTP is the last traded price. Percentage changes today, how much the percentage has changed from yesterday's price. Market value, allocated quantity, and if just in case you sell any shares, then block for trade. Then any shares that you sell on that same day will be shown over here uh, in block for trade. Actions: buy, sell, GTT sell, whatever you want to do, or even e-vote for that matter. You get mails also, or you can also directly e-vote from here. So for all your stocks, you have all of these valid headings. Pledge for SAM, pledge requested, pledge withdrawal. This is not valid for NRI customers. Okay. Now, transfer to non-pins. Why is this used? Suppose you have suppose you have received any split shares or any bonus shares or ESOPs that are in your pins account. But since in pins account we do not have a record of what price it was bought, you will have to transfer your shares from pins account to non-pins account. So if this is a pins account selected and you have received some split shares, you will have to send those transfer those shares to non-pins account, and you can sell those shares from your non-pins account only. Okay. So when you click on transfer to non-pins, it will take you to a page like this. Okay. So you select stock, you select demat holdings, you click on transfer to non-pins. It will take you to a page like this. It will show you all the shares that are valid for transferring to non-pins account. Okay. So when you select whichever share has been selected, you can just select the number of quantity and click on submit. When you click on submit, it will ask you for a beneficiary registration process, that is from your account to from your pins account to non-pins account. So your non-pins account will be the beneficiary here. So you'll have to go through this process that NSDL has set up, and you will have to fill in the required details. You will have to, while placing the doing the order, this from you can also do it from your NSDL Speed E app. You will have to select off market transactions, add beneficiary, put in the beneficiary details, that is your non-pins account details, and then put an OTP, and the beneficiary details are successfully submitted. This you will have to do if you want to transfer your shares from pins account to non-pins account every time. Now, non-pins transaction sell. So when you have sent these shares, or let's say you have ESOPs and you have to sell it through non-pins account. Okay. In that case, when you transfer it to non-pins, while selling those ESOPs, you will get a pop-up like this, that you will have to submit your documents at what price it was bought. And this can be in case of anything. For example, you have bought shares from some other broker to our broker, ICICI direct broker, then even in that case you will have to submit proof. If you have ESOPs that you are exercising as an employer, even in that case you'll have to submit this. Gift from a resident Indian, or in any transfer of inheritance that happens. In all of these cases, you can go through this page. This has pretty good information, and whatever is required will be given over here. So you have to just, by clicking on accept, you can click on the tick box, accept it, and after this is done, you'll be able to sell the shares, but you will have to submit your documents for TDS settlement. So for that, what you'll have to do, once you have sold your shares, the order is triggered, you'll be able to see in your trade book. Okay. Now to submit proof of at what price you bought the share and how can the TDS be calculated. For that, on the right hand side top, you have the settings icon. You can click on settings. In settings, you'll have to go to service request. You'll have to raise a service request. When you click to service request, you have two options here: my service request and submission of documents for shares sold through non-pins trading account. When you click on this, it will ask you to submit the documents, whatever is required. So you can add up to 3 documents here. You can choose your Excel files or whatever documents that you have, any statements that you have. You can submit it and your TDS will be calculated. As an NRI, this process is important if you are bringing in shares from outside, or you have ESOPs, or you have any shares that you are getting in inheritance. Okay. And just in case you still have any doubts regarding all of these processes, what you can do is you can drop a mail at nri@icicidirect.com, and we will get back to you with whatever specific query that you have as an account holder. Also, like I said, we have a Q&A session at the end of the webinar, wherein Mr. Ram Kumar will take up most of the questions. So you can also put in the questions right here. Okay. Portfolio, you'll be able to see all the shares that you bought from ICICI Direct here. Click on stocks, click on portfolio, and this is the page where it will take you to. You can see your amount invested, the current value that it is at, how much it has gained in today's day, and absolute returns so far until since the time you have invested. Whichever stock is your max gainer, max loser today, that also you'll be able to see over here. So this is how it is shown. So for example, we'll take an example of NTPC for now. Stock symbol, you will be able to see the stock code over here, total quantity that you have, total quantity held for over a year. This is again important for TDS calculation, because short-term and long-term capital gains are different. So quantities that has been held for over a year can be seen over here. Average cost price. So average cost price at what you bought. So this is not the buying price. Buying price might be 138 and 140 is the average cost price, because we also include the brokerage or whatever taxes that you pay. We add all of those. We average it out and then show you the price. We actually show you the actual price that you bought the share at. So 140 is the price that we bought the share at, average costing that we paid for it, and the current market price. Accordingly, we'll be able to see the unrealized profit in this. Total profit and loss percentage also is seen over here, and this is how you can see your portfolio overall over here. Okay. Now, in case, like I told you, you might have to submit some proofs. So you have bought some shares from outside, and those you will not be able to see on portfolio in your portfolio because you have bought it from outside. So you will have to manually add the transaction. So you can click on advanced actions option, advanced option, and then you can add the transaction, whichever you want to add, which is not visible in the portfolio. If you click on view corporate actions, whatever corporate actions are coming up for your particular holding, that you'll be able to see when you click on view corporate actions. Okay. Yeah. This is when you click upload new transaction, you will get this pop up. You can just add your file, put in the captcha, and auto change in the portfolio will be done. Then we have one-click equity. One-click equity is a very good option that ICICI Direct has. You will be able to find it over here in Smart Tools. You click on Stocks, you click on Smart Tools, you go to one-click equity, and you will be able to see these are some pre-curated portfolios. When you click on Explore All one-click, you'll be able to see many theme-based portfolios. For example, Green Hydrogen India. So these are pre-curated portfolios. When you click on those, you'll be able to understand that you oil and gas, for example. So all the oil and gas top oil and gas companies will be given in this, and you can just select whichever portfolio you want to invest in, and it will be done in one click. That is why it is said one-click portfolio. So just to give you an example, this is Mangalaram. This is one of the ETF one-click basket. So this has ICICI Prudential Gold ETF and ICICI Prudential Nifty 50 ETF. 3 shares of Nifty ETF and 1 share of Gold ETF. The total minimum amount investment will be 888 rupees, and the returns have been this. When you click on those particular portfolios, you'll be able to see this information. When you click on invest now, you'll be able to see this pop up. So you can select if you want to place an SIP order, if you want to place a one-time order. Pay later option is not available for NRIs. Then you can select if you want to buy it monthly, fortnightly, then how many months do you want to buy it for, and the start date. As simple as that. How you place a stock SIP order, the same way you'll be able to place a one-click equity order as well. Okay. Now, as an NRI, obviously a TDS statement is one of the most important things that you need to know, where you can find your P&L statement or your TDS statement. So for this, on the left-hand side top, you'll have to click on the portfolio option. Then you will see this option, these options at the bottom. You'll have to select statements, then click on P&L statement. When you click on P&L statement and when you click on view, you will get your statement. It will be downloaded in your account. Okay, that was about the TDS statement. Just 1 minute. Okay. Now Now, mutual funds and ETFs. How can you invest in your mutual funds and ETF through our account? On the left hand side top, you have mutual funds option. When you click on invest, you'll be able to see the options that are available. Also, when you click on mutual funds, the top picks are already here from you. So whatever recommendations we have from our side will also be there for you. You can go through those, whichever is suitable, you can invest in that. When you click on invest, you will be able to see these options. So you can select if you want to go for SIP option, if you want to go for invest lump sum option, you can select whichever and you can place the order. When you click on invest, you will get options. You will get a pop-up like this, wherein you can select if you want to go for SIP one time. You can put an amount and whatever details are required for an SIP or a one-time order. When you click on scheme overview, you will also be able to see more details about the scheme. So you can analyze this, and if you think it is good for your portfolio, then you can add in that. This is how you can place the mutual fund order. Then we have invest in best funds for SIP and also ETFs option. Okay, ETFs you can also see through mutual funds. When you click on best funds of SIP, you have again furthermore classification: large cap, mid cap, flexi cap. Suppose you already have large cap in your portfolio, then you would want to invest in mid cap. So you can select whichever option is the best for you and invest. To understand better, you will have to go through the site by yourself, and you will have to explore the options available. In case you have any doubts, drop us a mail and we will get back to you. Okay. Then whatever holdings that you have, once you buy the mutual funds, you'll be able to see it over here. You click on holdings and then my portfolio, you'll be able to see your portfolio. Okay. ETFs, when you click on ETFs, you will get a list of ETFs, exchange traded funds, which is investing into stock market only, wherein unlike mutual fund, this doesn't take a lot of time to get your money back. So when you're selling your ETFs, it is like stock market. In a couple of days, you will receive your amount. When you click on ETF, you have again one-click MF. Like we have one-click equity, like we have pre-curated portfolios for equity. The same way we have pre-curated portfolios for one-click mutual fund also. So many mutual funds, like 3 to 4 mutual funds, for example, will be combined in one-click mutual fund. It will be a good mix of all the types, large cap, small cap, depending on the type you select, and you will get good returns in that as well. Then NFOs, any new fund offers that come up, can be invested through this, and ETFs. All the orders that you place through mutual fund will be seen over here. Your order book is here and your SIP book is here. Lump sum orders, even SIP orders will be seen over here once it is executed. But your SIP book, any SIP orders that you have placed will be seen over here. As an NRI, when you transfer your shares from RI to NRI, or when you transfer your account from RI to NRI, your account status is changed, but you will also have to change the folio status. Whatever folios that you have as an RI, when you transfer it to your NRI account, you will have to change the status of that as well. So for that, you will have to click on the services option on the right hand side top here. Then click on change of tax status. When you click on that, you will have to select whichever folio needs it. Obviously, it will show you directly. You can select whichever folio you want to change the tax status for, and then you can submit in the required documents. IPOs, to invest into IPOs, you can click on IPO segment over here. All the IPO options will be available over here. Buyback, takeover, new bond offers, rights issue. All of these will be seen when you click on IPO option. Offer for sale can be done through this particular option here. And for IPO also, the order book or whatever IPO orders that you place, you can click on this order book and you'll be able to see your IPO orders as well. IPOs, buyback, rights issue, all of these will be available over here. Currency and commodity, you cannot trade into. Okay, where can you find our research recommendations? On the right hand side top, you have the research recommendations box. Then you can click on stock recommendations. You will have a drop down wherein you have different types of stock recommendations. You can click on the type that you want, or you can, and then it will show you recommendations accordingly. I'll just show you an example further. Then we have MF recommendations. Mutual fund recommendations are also seen in the research itself. I click to invest in investment ideas. I click to invest is for long term. I click to invest and I click to gain are two ideas. I click to gain is for intraday and short term, but this is valid for RI customers and for as NRIs. I think this is a very good option for you to go for long term investments. When you click on stock recommendations, you will have all of these options. For example, we want to go for Gladiator stocks, which is one of the best list of stocks recommendations that we have. When you click on that, you will be able to see a screen like this. You will have all the recommendations over here. This is a medium term investment horizon set. So 3 months to 6 months recommendations, buy or sell recommendations will be given over here. And firstly, you will have the stock name, then current market price. Let's take an example of this. Natco Pharma Limited, current market price is 1558. Recommendation was given on 22nd of August 2024, and the price then when it was recommended was 1525. Now it is already reached 1558. Target price in the next 3 months, you can see Gladiator stock by 3 months is 1700 rupees, and stop loss you can set with the GTT order. You can set a stop loss of 1425 rupees. Potential upside in the next 3 months is 11.48%. If you like the recommendation, you can directly click on cash buy over here and place the order. If you want to know more why we have recommended this particular stock, then you can click on read more. You will get a whole report, research report of why this particular stock has been recommended. Okay, you can change the investment horizon. If you make it short term, it will show you recommendations for a week, for 15 days. Short term recommendations are also shown. If you change it to long term, it will show you recommendations for 12 months and more. Once you select the term, just click on view, the page will change. Now we have a prime plan. Right now, the brokerage that is offered to you as a default NRI customer is from 1.25%. But we have certain plans available wherein you can reduce your brokerage down. So these are the 4 plans available. In this, the first one, that is 1,999 rupees, is an annual subscription plan. And the rest of the plans, the 399, 7,999, and 11,999 are lifetime. So you pay this amount one time, and for a lifetime, your brokerage gets reduced. So, for example, if you go for 11,999 plan, your total amount will GST will be 14,159 rupees. Your delivery brokerage will reduce down to 0.2%. From 1.25% per trade, it will directly reduce down to 0.2% per trade. And you can check for other 399 will be 3,999 will be 0.35, 7,999 will be 0.3, and the least is in 11,999 plan, that is 0.25%, 0.2%. Okay. Then prime brokerage, if you trade in futures, this will be your brokerage amount. And in options, 25 rupees per lot will be the brokerage that will be charged if you go for this plan. EATM limit. So now what is a EATM limit? While selling your shares, you have an option of EATM. Let's say you are selling shares of worth rupees 50 lakh. Okay. While selling 50 lakh rupees right now as an NRI high default customer, if you sell 50 lakh rupees and if while selling you have a toggle of EATM. When you switch it on, up to 50,000 rupees you receive within 5 minutes. You don't have to wait for a couple of days for the amount to come back to you. But as if you select a prime plan, let's say 11,999 plan, you have a limit of up to 1 crore rupees. So, for example, 50 lakh rupees is the amount that you have sold right now. 75% of that amount, which is 40 lakh rupees, you will receive within 5 minutes. You don't have to wait for a couple of days. Only thing that you have to do is select the EATM toggle. Once you switch it on and you sell your shares, up to 75% of your trade value, up to 1 crore rupees, you will receive within 5 minutes. And this is not additional cost. This is included in your prime plan only. So let's say you're selling shares of 1 crore 33 lakh rupees. 1 crore rupees you'll receive within 5 minutes. That is the EATM limit that we have. So it is a very good option. And as an NRI, you can take a very good benefit of this. So how to select the plan? On the right hand side top, you have the settings icon. In settings, you go to my brokerage plan. In my brokerage plan, you will have, you can see the current plan, whichever you have selected is NRI high already, default that is there. Change of plan, you just click on radio button. You will have all of these plans available. You can select whichever plan you want, whichever is suitable. First one is an annual subscription plan. Rest of the 3 plans are for a lifetime. Once you pay the amount, it's a one-time subscription. And then you'll have to select the account, whichever account has funds in your account, in your bank account. You can select that account. One plan is applicable for all the 4 types of accounts. You don't have to buy separate plans for each account. Okay, that was about prime plan. Now, coming almost towards the end of the session, we have the ICICI Direct Super app. wherein if you do not have access to your laptop, if you do not have access to your website, you can carry your ICICI Direct account on the go on your phone. You can install the ICICI Direct Super app, wherein I'll just make you understand a few important features. I think most of the topics are already cleared, so you know what means what. But how to use it on your ICICI Direct Super app? This is the screen. Look at the first screen first. When you log into the account, this is how the app will look like. Like I said, for web login, on the right hand side bottom, you have the menu option, and then you can click for scan for web login. You can then on your laptop log in immediately. Instead of putting all the password and OTP, you can just click on this and you'll be easily able to log in. Second, for selecting the account that you want to trade in, first in the website on the right hand side top, you used to go and select it. Now for the app, you can just click on this drop down arrow. You will see your accounts like this. You can select whichever account you want to trade with and click on that. The account will be selected and then you can use it for trading. Also, the allocate funds option that we spoke about is here in the more option. Okay, so home, this is the home page. In menu, you have scan for web login. This is the select account option, and this is your allocate funds option. I'm giving you references as per the website. Okay, once you select the account, you can then place the order. How to place the order? You go, so at the bottom 5 icons, all of these bottom 5 icons are the most important icons in this app. If you understand these icons, then the app is super easy to use. Then when you go to watch list, you can create your own watch list. You can put in all the stocks that you like and create your very own watch list to keep a track of the stocks that you have bought or you want to buy ahead of time. So in watch list, you can obviously create, then you have an option to create 5 watch lists, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 ahead. Search and add. So when you want to buy a stock, for example, I'll just click on search and add. I'll put in the stock code. Like I've again put ICICI Prudential Nifty 50 ETF. When I click that, at the bottom, I'll get these two options, NSE and BSE. So I can select, if I want to buy it from NSE, I'll select NSE. I click on NSE. When I click on NSE, this is the kind of page that gets opened. On the top, I will have the name of the ETF. On the right hand side top, I will have the current market price that is going on. I have a start SIP option in this as well. If not, I can directly go to buy or sell. When I click on buy or sell, for example, I go to buy, I'll get a page like this. So I select exchange, delivery option, quantity, how much I want to buy. If I want to buy it at market price or limit price, like we have spoken before, we have an option to select limit price as well. And then you will be able to see your total order value. Now I have put 5 quantity, 275 rupees, 5 quantity, total order value will be 1375 rupees. If you click on this button, again, you'll be able to see the limit that is available in your bank account right now. You click on buy, you proceed, you swipe to buy, and you'll be able to place the order. The buying order is as simple as this in your mobile app. While selling, same way, you can select the stock code in your watch list, or even go to directly go to sell option from your portfolio. I'll guide you where it is shown. You go to sell option, you select delivery or EATM. Like I told you, if you select the prime plan, you will have an EATM limit of up to 1 crore rupees. Up to 1 crore, you can sell within 5 minutes. You don't have to wait for a couple of minutes for the amount to come back to you. So you select delivery, you select the quantity, you select limit price. For example, here in this case, I've selected limit price. I'll put the price. If I think until 3:30 today, the price will reach this, then I'll put the price. Whenever the price reaches 275.13, the order will get triggered. If not, the order will get expired. The toggle that I was talking about for EATM option is this toggle. This toggle is available here as well as on the website when you sell your shares. Okay. Then you click on sell, swipe to sell, and then that's done. Now, where will you find your existing shares? Where will you find your existing portfolio? Is here. Right next to watch list is your portfolio. Overview of your portfolio, all your demat holdings. If you want to see, you can click on this icon. Stocks will be seen over here. And this is your order book. Right next to portfolio is your order book. In order book also, you can see all your pending orders, executed, GTT orders, whatever. You can select the time frame as per your requirement. Okay. I think that was it. That was a brief understanding of how all of these things work. That is mostly all of the important points have been covered. Now I would request Mr. Ram Kumar to join in the call. Please, everybody, welcome Mr. Ram Kumar. He'll be answering all of our questions that we have next coming up.
Thank you, Dhanshri.
Thank you. So I'll just take up a few questions from the chat. So the first question that we have is from Dharmesh Sawant, and he says that can I invest in stocks in AED currency through NRE PINS account?
So Dharmesh answer would be yes for that. If you want to invest foreign earning fund, then for the same you need to use NRE PINS account. So external fund can be used through the NRE PINS account only.
Okay, thank you, sir. Then we have Mr. Saimal Ibrahim saying why we need to transfer from PINS to non-PINS account, and can we use NRI account for FNO option?
Uh,
FNO
s-
trade.
uh, you will see if you have if you have purchased some shares and you have received the shares in the form of bonus, then for that you need to transfer the holding into the non-PINS account. So whatever the bifurcation and logic we have designed, so whatever the transaction you will do it, and where reporting is required, all those transaction is getting routed through the PINS account in the form of bonus, or if you have mistakenly transfer ESOP shares in the PINS account, or you receive the shares as a gift, or you have transferred the holding from outside, all those holding you need to transfer into the non-PINS account. For that, I think Dhanshri has already covered how to transfer holding from PINS to non-PINS account. And
And hmm.
for derivative transaction, NRO non-PINS account is mandatory. So derivative transaction, I mean future and option, you can do it through the NRO non-PINS account.
Then Sheetal Kumar Parekh has asked what is the difference between demat holding and portfolio holding?
So see, portfolio holding, that means portfolio it is for the tracking purpose, which will give you the idea at what rate you have purchased and the profit and loss you have. So it is for the demat will give you the actual picture. So if you have transfer holding from outside or from anywhere, all holding will comes under the demat holding, and whatever the transaction you're doing from our place, all those will get will reflect under the portfolio.
Okay, thank you, sir. Some customers have been asking how to contact RM. So what you can do is you can drop an email to nri@icicidirect.com, or even on our website we have certain contact numbers posted as per the country. You can just get in touch with them and you will be able to get in touch with ICICI Direct representatives whoever is available for your account. Okay. Okay. Now, sir, Pankul VE has asked, NRE is repatriable. What does it mean? Can I transfer the money from NRE back to UAE without any hassle?
So yes, so I mean that is the purpose we are having. Our client is maintaining NRE account. So whatever the restriction we have a restriction under the NRO, but under the NRE we don't have a such restriction. You can repatriate the money from the NRE.
Okay.
I mean that is a repatriable.
Understood. Understood. Sir. Thank you very much. Shanawaz Majid has asked, I have existing mutual fund SIP with ICICI Pru AMC. Can these be linked to ICICI Direct portal under my portfolio?
If client want to transfer I mean mutual fund, he can do that. But I mean that is a separate one. I am assuming he's running the SIP through the AMC. So if you to reflect in the ICICI Direct portal, he need to transfer in the MF holding.
Right. Understood. Sheetal Kumar Parekh, they have been asking many questions, but ma'am, I would recommend you to drop a mail and we will get in touch with you all of these questions. One of the important questions that she has asked is, if a company issues a dividend, in which account will it be credited?
It will be get credited in the registered bank account only.
Okay, whichever is connected to that. So let's say it is in an NRI Pens account, you have a particular share and you have received any dividend, that will be credited to the bank account linked to NRE Pens account. Is that right, Ram sir?
Yes. So I mean, whatever the bank account has been linked with the demat with the registrar, in the same linked bank account, dividend amount will get credited.
Okay, thank you. Then we have Kantaraj asking, if we buy one prime brokerage plan, is it applicable for both non-pins and pins demat account?
Yes. So the pricing is applicable for all accounts, whether you are
Yes. So when
opting.
you select one particular prime plan, Kantaraj, all of the accounts, it will be applicable for. You don't have to separate different plans for different accounts. Sheetal Kumar is asking, can I buy now? Can I buy now? Can I use the buy now pay later facility as an NRI?
So MTF is not enabled for the NRI client. Only delivery-based transaction, you can do it. So if you are purchasing the shares, you have to purchase under the cash only, and once you'll receive the shares, then only you can do the sale transaction.
Understood. They're asking, if is it possible to pledge my shares to get a margin against it? How do I pledge an unpledged shares? Can an
Share as
NRI
a
do that?
margin facility is not available for the NRI.
Okay. They are also asking why there are separate apps for stocks and MF. Sir, Sheetal Kumar, sir, there are no separate apps for ICC Direct. There are apps different, but then to have all of it in one, you can use the ICC Direct Super app. We understand all of your we have many questions coming up. I would recommend all of the participants to get in touch with nri@iccdirect.com, and thank you very much. We are understanding there are so many questions that need to be answered. We will also, there was another question where we'll have another advanced information webinar. We will be coming up with that soon, now that we know that there is a good response to this webinar and there are questions that are coming up. We will definitely take all notes of all of these questions and create a different webinar or send you a video or some sort of communication to answer most of your questions. So I think for today, that is it. Thank you so much, Ram sir. Thank you for your insights.
Thank you,
And
Dhanshree.
you're welcome, sir. And all the participants, thank you so much for participating today. I hope most of the questions have been answered. Whatever the rest of the questions that you have or any doubts regarding your accounts, please drop a mail at to nri@iccdirect.com. Thank you so much, everybody, and hope to see you all soon.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.